Anyways, so we're building this today. And yesterday, this ship, the Unity ship, flew to the edge of space with Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Galactic, and 5 other people. This was the first proper crewed flight of the vehicle. It's been to space a couple of times before, but not with a full crew. So yeah, congrats to Virgin Galactic, and let's honor them by trying to build it. So here's the tricky part, right? If we're supposed to stick to the actual thing, this rocket uses a solid rocket motor, but with a liquid oxidizer. It's called a hybrid motor, and Kerbal Space Program doesn't really have that. So the only things we can choose between are the liquid fuel and the completely solid fuel. The only reasonable thing to do is go full liquid, and that will actually reflect the flight better, because a liquid fueled motor you can control the thrust of, just like Unity can, while a completely solid rocket motor will not be able to control the throttle. And now we should get going with the wings. But here's another interesting part. Here there should be a hinge, so that the wings can enter the feather mode. That is also quite iconic for this spacecraft. And this should be able to tilt up to 60 degrees. And then the wings will sweep up both from below the craft and from above the craft, right? So, and these should only control yaw, right? We only want them to control yaw. Okay, so we have these pitch fins here that are wider on the outside and thinner on the inside. And here comes another problem. This doesn't really have a front wheel, but a braking surface. So I'm actually going to cheat and have a small landing gear here. Now comes the part where we're supposed to attach this to the mothership. Actually, the wings on the inner side are tilted upwards a bit. So we should do something like that. And then this is just supposed to narrow off. Like that. So these should have 4 jet engines. So I suppose those are ordinary jets. But I actually want to go with a bit of faster jets on this. And then we should have small wheels here and quite a lot bigger wheels behind. And then we have these great big rear fins. The center of lift is apparently way down here. So I suppose... Ooh, what the fuck is going on here? So, does this take off? I would doubt it. Look at it. It actually looks like the real thing, almost. But can it fly? That is the question. Do 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 do. Anyone remembers that? Will it blend? This is not taking off. Will it take off at the end of the runway? Just barely. Never mind. It doesn't lift at all. Yeah, sorry guys. Pull up, pull up. Wait, this actually might work. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, and we're lifting, guys. No, no, no. Oh shit! Out of fuel already? Yeah. Oh, this pulls way better. Wow, wow, okay, okay. We've already drained half the fuel. So let's head back for the center, the space center, and go for release. Yeah, this doesn't reach high speeds at all. So that's a bit frustrating. Judging by the Delta V, I don't think we have nearly enough to get to space. But we'll try. We'll try. So I'll deploy this just before release, just pull the airplane out of the way, right? Okay, release, release, release. This is not pulling up. Wait, what the fuck? What? This is way too stable. Yeah, you might want to eject. All hatches are obstructed. Okay, GG. We could replace this engine with something a bit more beefy, like this. That will be a bit easier to gimbal because it has a bigger gimbaling range. But I also think this will make the craft quite overpowered. So going to deploy this again. Let me actually quick save. Just in case we actually do this, it would be nice to be able to take hold of the plane as well. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it here. Release, release, release. Okay. Okay. Doesn't seem to want to stay upright. It's not unsymmetrical built, so I don't really get why it's... Wait, but if we just don't care. Pull it this way then. Imagine the G-forces you feel if you do something like this. Jesus Christ. Negative G's are the worst. Okay, so we have an apoapsis of 21. Apoapsis, sorry. But if we were to pull up from the beginning, just inverted, what would that do? Oh, this is beautiful. Why is it stable in this direction? Or rather, why is it controllable in this direction, but not when it's oriented as it should be? That's kind of the profile I want to take, just not inverted. Pulling up to a 90-degree climb. And this would reach 48 kilometers. So that's not space in Kerbal Space Program terms. Space is 70 kilometers. And space is actually defined in Kerbal Space Program. There's a point where atmospheric physics won't do anything. Which is different from regular space. But even though this doesn't reach the Kármán line, in real life, it doesn't reach the Kármán line. So, by most standards, the real thing is never in space anyways. It's just very close and above most of the atmosphere. But in America's terms, it is in space. America defines space as 80 kilometers, while the rest of the world defines it as 100. Okay, so we should actually, while we're here at the apogee, do a flip maneuver just to simulate the real thing. They do this with customers to let people watch down on the earth. They have windows on the ceiling as well. I forgot to add them. So imagine looking down at the earth from space here. That's so surreal. And now the question is, if I turn off SAS, will this naturally orient itself belly down? Because that's kind of the point of the tilted wings, the feathering. Doesn't really look like it, but you can actually tell it tries to. Right? It doesn't seem to be inherently... there's a lot of fuel here that isn't used. That makes so much sense. Okay, so let's just remove this fuel then. We'll deploy this. Release. Okay, we'll pull it up this way then. Yeah, we're actually going shorter than last time. But how does it glide now? I'm curious. It's better this time around. Still seems a bit too down tilted. Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? We're actually horizontal. Almost. Yeah, this is working great. And we're suborbital. Subsonic, sorry. We're suborbital as well, but that's kind of expected from this airplane. But we should basically try to land this thing, shouldn't we? Look at this! We have control. Not the greatest, but surely we have control. Stop gimbaling already. You're useless. It's very wobbly, but I think this can be landed if we're just careful. Need to bleed off some more speed. And need to be above the landing. Oh shit. Oh, let's go. Oh. I'll take it. Maybe we could add an extra pair of hinges. And that feels weird. I don't think that's how Kerbal Space Program works. Or I know it doesn't. But if we... Just hear me out here. If we have one hinge like this, and we make sure that they are aligned like that. And then attach struts to this part of the plane. And let this pull down all the way like that. And we should have the same traverse rate as well. And I would like that to be about 5. And we add these to a custom action set. Hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that? We're going, guys! Ah, nice, 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 nice. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, okay, that made it way more stable. Way more controllable. And all right, all right. We're going, guys. We're going. Okay, so that's furthest yet, but it's still not close to space. We're still almost 25 kilometers from space. Look, look, it's the Earth. Oh. Okay, okay. We're at apogee. So coming down, will this stabilize? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what we want to see. Belly first, boys. Okay, okay. That's a shot. That's a shot. God. We're subsonic. I'll wait a little more to deploy the... to extend the wings again. There we go. Fully extended. Landing gears deploy. This is VSS Unity coming in for a touchdown. That's a bit smoother than last time. God. God, this is nice. This is nice. So last part is just recovering Eve as well. Oops. That was not the intention. RIP. But can this fly on its own? That's actually a question that deserves an answer. Because if it can't, that's kind of a problem. Oh, it seems to fly just fine. Just fine. Oh, that's the Unity. That's Unity going. Shit. Sorry, guys. But you landed in an alternate universe. Okay, so we're a bit too high and we're way too fast. How do we fix that? We can deploy these. I'm not sure that's how Eve air brakes, but that's how I air brake. Okay. That's not really central. This might be an abort. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Let's reload and do that properly. 90 should be good. Maybe we should brake a little more, actually. I try to aim for 70 meters per second while landing. which is now. Oh, pull up, pull up, pull up. Didn't pay attention at all there. At least the crew cabins made it. Yeah, spoke to shoot. Oh, one of them at a half actually did